All right, everybody, we are here another week. Welcome to the Vektor Cast. I am your host, Monksblood. I'm here with our first-time guest, and also let me introduce our co-host, Mr. Illing,
How we
the
doing? How we doing?
international scholar. Um,
Love that.
we have our guest. You might know him from Twitch, 2,500 followers on Twitch. You might know him from Vektor, the president, partner.
President. Okay, Mike.
President. Holy moly, president of Vektor. NiceBoyPaolo. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the Vektor Cast, man.
Thank you for having me. I'm stoked to be here.
Oh, we're glad to have you, and I mean, what a day it is as well. I actually just remembered this, Paolo. Today is actually your year anniversary of being a part of Vektor. I don't know if you even knew that.
Today.
It's today.
Yes, sir.
Literally today.
Yeah. Literally today, a year ago,
that
you
is
joined
the funniest
Vektor.
coincidence.
I know, right? I looked up. Mugs asked me before we got on. He was like, "So when do you remember when Paolo joined?" I looked it up through our Discord chat.
I was like, "When did you join Discord?"
Literally a year ago.
Wow, a literal year. Well, this is I literally can't think of a better way to celebrate a year than being on the
Right.
cast.
I mean, exactly. Kick it off the right way. All right. So I'm just going to jump in with the first question for you, buddy.
Yeah, we got a couple questions for you.
We got a few questions. Get you ready. But so I want to know, how did you get into like?
I don't know if you saw. I turned my light on.
We did. How did you get into streaming? I want to know that. What got you into streaming? How long ago was that? And how did you find your growth on Twitch? Like, did you find it easy? Did you find it hard? How was it for you?
Yeah, that's an awesome question. I guess we could start from the very beginning, as we do with all things. Uh, you know what? I'm gonna even start from the very, very beginning. When I was a wee lad, a young boy. I think growing up, I was always a homebody, and I would always be at home and be on the internet. Um, watch a lot of YouTube videos and content creators. Play video games myself, and I think throughout like high school and college, that passion and love for content like kind of died down just because I've been so busy with you know, getting an education and stuff like that. But
algebra and stuff.
yeah, algebra,
Yeah.
English,
chemistry.
Yeah, all that good stuff. Um, but then during the pandemic, I kind of rekindled that love and passion for content and um content creation. So throughout the pandemic, I kind of thought like, I have a lot of extra free time. Why don't I try out some new things? Like I started using TikTok more. I made silly little TikToks.
Nice.
Good TikToks, though. In fairness,
Thank you.
Great TikToks.
Yeah, couple of them went viral, which is pretty nice. And I thought, uh, I have all this free time, and I'm playing way more video games with my friends. Like, I think this is a great opportunity to build myself a PC and like just start streaming for fun. Um, Could be a good way to pass the time as well as build some experience in a field and industry that I've been so interested in since a young age. So yeah, that's kind of where it started. I started on TikTok really, and then moving to Twitch, and now I'm still posting on TikTok, making tons of YouTube videos as well, and trying to learn everything there is to learn about content and just
Heck yeah.
being someone who like absorbs content, learns from it, and then tries to make my own spin on it and stuff like that. Yeah.
Fantastic.
I mean, you're doing an awesome job, honestly.
Oh, yeah.
Like, the fact that so you started streaming 2019? Am I right? 2019, 2018, 19?
Yeah.
Around then?
Funny enough, it's coming up on my 2-year anniversary of starting streaming.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, I mean,
that's awesome.
The fact that you've grown so quickly as well. For some of the maybe people who are interested in starting streaming, or maybe people like me and Monks who are smaller creators, what did you find was the best way to grow on Twitch?
Yeah, that's a really great question. I mean, there's a lot of factors that I would say really helps growth, and by no means am I the biggest creator ever, but
Right.
there have been some like little successes here and there that I try to capitalize on. I would say firstly, I would actually say networking. A lot of times people think like, oh yeah, I'm gonna start streaming right away and I'm gonna play games every day and get really really good. But I think a lot of what success starts with is like that first follower, like that first seed, you could call it, the first member of your community that really vibes with you and really loves you for you and your content. So I think the way that you can network is just by going to other people's chats and casually having conversation, being like, hey, I love this game as well. Like, how did you get into gaming? I think one thing to prioritize is really get to know the person that you're trying to network with, rather than just being like, oh, hey, I stream too.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
Right.
if you're on Twitch, like literally almost everyone streams. So
Yeah,
I
exactly.
think the best way to go about it is just get to know the person behind the camera rather than just using them for their following. Um, and I think that's a cool way to not only grow your followership, but it's also just a cool way to make friends.
Sure.
Like Illing, I'm pretty sure that's how we became friends. We met
Yeah, I
through
mean,
mutual friends, and
that
from
was
there we
what
just
that
kind of
was
vibed.
because that was around the same time I started streaming that I met you, which is also nearly around 2 years ago. So like, I think I remember because I was probably one of the first. You're one of the first people like I actually got to know on Twitch. Like
Yeah,
I actually
totally.
kind of started talking to you, Ali, Mystic Ali, that is. Like you two were kind of the first two that I really kind of got to know on Twitch. So I mean, it's been a journey, man. It's been a journey over the last
Yeah,
couple of years.
definitely been a journey, but it's been a really fun one for sure.
That's
Yeah.
almost a perfect transition into like what are the origins of Nice Boy? Are you as nice as you claim to be?
Yes, I mean sometimes Mean Man Polo comes out. I will
Okay.
say,
Got kind of
but
like an
I
alter
think
ego.
yeah, alter ego
Yeah, yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
But I think growing up I was always that nice kid
Yeah.
that I remember like in school, my grade school teachers always like, "Oh, he's such a pleasure to have in the
Yeah.
classroom. He's so
It's just
nice."
quiet,
And yeah, I'm like the quiet
shy.
kid
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
exactly, exactly. And then everyone in my class was like, "Oh, Pally, you're so nice." And you know, I know people like don't want to be the nice guy, just because of like the stereotypical saying like nice guy finished last, stuff like that. But I was
It's
like,
true. It's true.
I'm just gonna
Nah.
own it,
Yeah, yeah.
Like
No.
I like being a nice person. I like being kind to other people, and
Same. I think I
um,
think we'll be better for maybe in the afterlife or something. We'll get some rewards for it because I'm also a
yeah, we'll
nice
get
guy.
rewarded for
No,
it
I'm the same
eventually.
way. I try to be a nice guy as much as I possibly can, but sometimes
Come on, man. I hear you in the comms.
that true. Okay. Comms are different when I play Call of Duty.
Comms are different. All right. Okay.
But nice guys tend to finish last. I mean, the saying ain't wrong.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna put that out there.
Well, at least we finish. I think finishing is accomplishment.
Right.
True.
You know what I mean?
Very
True.
true. Very true.
Yeah.
Very true. All
Yeah,
right,
and the
monks.
and the name itself as well came from a friend from college. She actually thought of it. I didn't think of it.
Okay. Do you have a story?
Yeah.
How'd that?
Um.
He just thought of a name for you, or?
Yeah. What happened was like during the pandemic as well. I was also diving a lot into music, just because I'm really passionate about music, and I was like, oh man, I need like a really cool stage name, like something that really fits me. So I brainstormed with my best friend Gabby, and she was like, why don't you just go with like Nice Boy Paolo? And I was like, yo, that's got a nice ring to it. I liked it. It like rolls off the tongue real
Yeah.
nice. It's
NBP.
pretty MVP. Yeah,
NBP,
MVP,
baby.
man.
Let's go.
Oh, you know what? I actually want to show you guys something. So my job, I work in influencer marketing.
So you have a
Sorry to go
job
on like
now?
a rant. I did, yes, yeah. But I'm totally going on a tangent here, but I really want to show this to
Nah,
you
come
guys
on.
Do
because
it.
it's
Do it.
so cool.
We want to see
Yeah,
it.
yeah, for sure.
My my coworkers know that I stream,
Sure.
and stuff like that. So we always like to make jokes about how I am Nice Boy Paolo at work.
Yeah.
Um, so so for my birthday, they got me this
Happy late birthday, by the way.
thank you. Thank you. Oh god, they got me a neon light.
Oh,
Brandon, see
snap.
that?
That's pretty
a
awesome.
neon light. That's it's backwards, but it says
I see it.
NiceBoyPaolo.
Yeah.
It's backwards for you. It's good for us.
Yeah, it's right for us. Yeah.
Oh, great.
That's
Okay.
tight.
Yeah, man.
You gonna get that
So-
thing on? Got to get that thing installed ASAP.
Yeah, it's gonna go like
Yeah.
right there.
Next
So
to the
stream
next
can
to
see
your
it.
Oh,
in
yeah.
all its glory.
That's gonna
mirror.
look good. That's gonna
Yeah,
look great.
I like that. That's nice. I don't know if any of my work colleagues know that I stream, so I just not something that comes up in conversation. But so I think Monks has. I've heard a couple of Monks' questions, and
do.
they are great. So I'm gonna let him continue with the questions.
I do have a couple questions. So I was watching you, I was trying to figure out who you are and stuff like that, and I was watching your intro. And one of the videos was like, I have no girlfriend, I am unemployed, I grind Valorant 10 hours a day for Silver 1. And I want to know how many of those things have changed.
Oh, I love that question. That's such a good question. Yeah, man, a lot has changed since that clip.
Good,
which I'm very
good.
thankful for.
Doubler.
No longer Silver 1. Gold 1, peak Gold 3 in Valorant, which is great. We're
Okay.
making progress.
Love to see that.
I am now employed, which is good. Full-time job.
Love to see
Full-time
that.
streamer, so we grinding, No girlfriend though.
Hey, you can't win them all.
You can't get them all.
Yeah,
but,
hey, 2 out of 3. I'll take
2 out of 3 is not a bad
I'll take
return,
that.
honestly.
That's fantastic. Fantastic. I also saw something about 100 Thieves. You're a big 100 Thieves fan? How did that happen?
Oh, yes. Actually 100 Thieves is kind of part of the origin story of NiceBoyPaolo too.
Okay.
I remember
Why you decided to start
Um,
streaming and stuff, watching some 100 Thieves guys, or?
Yeah, exactly. I was getting really into Valorant, so I was wondering on ways that I could like best dive into the world of Valorant and learn it ahead of like actually playing the game.
Mm-hmm.
So I watched a lot of pro play. And 100 Thieves, like for some reason I was just very attracted to them as a team. Like they seemed really fun. They had cool personalities and they won like the first major Valorant tournament called First Strike. And from there I was like, wow, this game is so cool. Like, and I love this organization. And I dove into them more and realized that they sign content creators that I really like
Sure.
Valkyrie. I'm a big Valkyrie fan.
Okay.
And so yeah.
I mean,
Funny enough,
who isn't
also
a Valkyrie fan? Let's be honest.
I don't know who that
also
is.
came in
So.
the mail. Funny enough that we're talking about
course you don't, Monk.
I bought some 100 Thieves merch.
Oh no! I saw the
Right
order.
now.
I saw the order. I was like,
Yeah.
"That's a hefty order, bud."
Yeah,
I saw the size medium, and I was a little jealous.
yeah. I'm so stoked.
I'm
I
struggling
literally
to
just
get
got this
medium now.
today.
Like, I'm starting to get to the large
Yeah,
sizes.
you need to get that jersey a little bit bigger, I think.
Hey, look. Hey, although if you do want some Vektor merch, head to Blade Threads. You can pick up a Vektor shirt. This is the brand new design that we've just made. It's pretty nice. I'm not gonna
It
lie.
looks comfy.
Incredible plug, Illy.
Yeah,
Incredible
wow.
Also,
plug.
Timeless
use
plug.
code.
Oh,
Also, use code
A+ plug.
Vektor10 for 10% off.
Beautiful, beautiful. What else do I got here? Okay. Take me back to June 29th. Do you remember this day? This has to have been last year. Or maybe 2 years ago.
29th.
June 29th. NiceBoyPaolo is in a maid's outfit? Were you doing some cleaning around the stream? What was going on there? Take us back.
Oh, incredible. Oh my god. Thank you for asking.
Was this a goal or something?
Yes. This was a sub goal.
Okay.
For on May 31st was my birthday, as you know,
Yeah.
and I had a sub goal that if we hit, I think it was 300 subs.
Woo!
300 subs, a future stream, I am doing a maid outfit
Little cosplay, huh?
stream. Yeah.
Okay.
And it was a big hit in the community.
Yeah.
Everyone loved it.
Love that.
It was great. Like the maid stream was hilarious. I loved it.
Yeah, it was definitely a highlight of my streaming career. Like, it was so funny. And I know a lot of dudes like to do like the maid cosplays, and it's just so fun. It's just so fun, and I totally would do it again.
Yeah, that's on
in the
your
future.
OnlyFans, I think. I don't have the link, but I think there's something going on there.
That's
That's
it's
behind a paywall, that content.
I guess the secret's out. Yep, chat. This is I'm announcing it today. OnlyFans maid outfit costumes only.
Strictly. Awesome. That's
Strictly.
fantastic. That's fantastic. I just have a bunch of dumb questions. If you want to just
Okay,
rattle
I'm
through
gonna,
these,
before you go into another dumb question, I'm gonna ask one.
please.
How have you found being part of Vector? Like, what do you find is like the best part of being part of Vector? And what do you want to see Vector grow? Like, what areas do you want to see Vector grow into?
Yeah, awesome question. I mean, I think first and foremost, what I really love about Vector is like the familial feeling with everyone. I know, uh, I know as we're not all full-time content creators, it is quite hard to balance, real life and content creating. But I think that the fact that Vector opens itself up as a space for creators to join and interact with other like-minded creators while also developing themselves as streamers and even as people. I think that's a really cool component that at least what stood out to Vector to me when Ailing first asked me to join. So that's definitely like my number one thing, and I would love to see that familial feeling grow more among the members of the team because like I said, it is hard to balance both. But um, as a team, we have been like putting in the efforts to make sure that everyone feels welcomed and everyone is like properly participating in tourneys and interacting in the Discord and stuff like that. So um, I think with a little extra time and effort from everyone, not just like the partners, but also from the members themselves, it can be something really, really cool and really up there with those orgs that you see on Twitter all the time. Like, I don't know. I'm not gonna drop names, but orgs on Twitter
Yeah,
that you see
we
all
know
the
them.
time.
Yeah,
Yeah, we know them.
we know who
Yeah, we know
we
them.
know who they are.
Yeah, they
I
all
mean,
know who they are.
I think for me, like, I completely agree with you. That connection that everyone who's part of the organization has is awesome. Like, the amount of people that I've got to know through it, like, I've actually like it's crazy because obviously Soap lives in the same state as me, Soaperman, as some of you may know him. And I've never even met Soap, like in IRL, and like I feel like if we'd met, like we meet each other, like it would be like we're close friends.
Yeah, you already know 'em.
Like it was
It'd
the
be it'd
same.
be like instant. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I was down in South Carolina on vacation a couple of weeks ago. Met up with Higgs, who's one of the owners of Vector, and it literally felt like we'd known each other for years, even though like we never even met each other in person before. So, um, I love the aspect of Vector, which is such a family-orientated organization. It's not kind of, oh, we want the best players, we want the people who get the most views. Like that's not what Vector's about at all. It's about like that family sort of passion, like getting to know people, getting people close together, and everything like that. And I think it's awesome that, and I'm glad you see that as well as someone who's come in more recently than I did because I've been part of Vector for a year and a half now. When Monks actually got me involved with Vector. So, and Monks, you've probably been there what 2 years now in Vector?
I have no
Close
idea,
to?
my friend. No idea. What's time? Reality is just a
Right,
suggestion, my
right.
friend. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw as you flashed that light. I wanted to say like things like that happen all the time while you're streaming. I accidentally, so I have a little sound bar. I accidentally hit a fart noise early in the stream. So let's see if we can get the editor to
Nice.
edit that out somehow.
Yeah, we'll get that edited out before that goes.
It was like right after I introduced you, and I was like, and I was like, oh god,
You gotta keep that in.
that's in.
It's
That's
just
how they know it's
authentic.
real, authentic, clean. We're not
Mhm.
editing anything. Do you eat? You obviously eat. Everyone eats sandwiches, right? Are you a mustard or mayonnaise guy?
Oh, left field question. I like this
Yes,
one.
yes.
I'm a mayo guy, but I'm very specific about my mayo.
Okay.
All right, if it's not Japanese QP mayo,
Oh,
I don't want it.
dude,
It's got to be QP.
that stuff's fire. You can just eat spoonfuls of that stuff.
That's what I'm saying.
That
Spoonfuls
stuff's-
of QP.
We don't have that over here. Look at that. Of course, this guy's a
You just got
mustard
some
guy.
whole grain mustard. on
And
there?
the
Yeah,
shot,
yeah.
he keeps that thing on him.
Some Italian whole grain mustard. Yeah.
Wow.
Wild.
Keep it trapped. Keep the mustard strapped.
That's unbelievable. Where do you keep that thing? Bedside?
In my fridge.
Oh my god.
You got a mini fridge in there?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's great.
my
I could
goodness.
just move back, grab a beer, don't have to get up. It's great.
I don't
So
know.
legit.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's messing his KD up for sure. Um, so I grew up kind of like, I'd say middle class, lower middle class. So there's frozen food around a lot. A lot of snacks were frozen food. Are you a
Cool.
pizza roll or like a pizza bagel guy?
Ooh, pizza rolls for
Pizza rolls.
sure.
Totino's?
Totinos.
Ellie's not liking the
I
questioning.
look. I was a pizza roll guy. I was a
What?
pizza roll guy, but pizza bagels are
As you grew older?
unreal, man. Yeah, as I got older, pizza bagels were just oh god,
All
they're
right, Illing,
like
Illing,
they're it.
check this. Get ready for this. What
Uh,
if you took the pizza bagel and you folded it like this?
What do you
You
have?
sealed off the edges. What do
Pizza
you get?
bag.
Pizza roll.
Yeah, I mean, it's a
Can't
little
argue that
different,
logic.
so I'll accept your logic there. I'll accept it.
But we've all burned the roof of our mouth on a pizza roll before, right? Like that's
Oh yeah,
Of course.
that's
I've done that with
common
pizza
ground.
bagel as well. Like
A
I think that's
familiar
just
feeling.
anything pizza related. That's just a thing that happens.
Oh yeah. Ellen, what do you think? You have any more questions for him? You want to let him go? Get him some plugs? What are you thinking?
I think I've got one more question for Mr. Paolo over
One
here.
more question. Let's go.
What are your goals for the coming year? Like, what are you trying to achieve? Not only content creation, but life goals in the next year.
I'll take that one. I think he's gonna find himself a girlfriend this year. Nah, go ahead.
That's a good answer.
That was
No,
one of the life goals, I guess. So
Yeah.
I guess so. We're talking life goals. I guess that is a life goal. So if anyone out there, and
Whoa.
okay,
single
Kidding.
man.
Yeah. You know, since we are coming in on like halfway through the year,
Oh.
I do remember setting goals for myself at the beginning of the year. So it is pretty interesting to see how far I am towards achieving those goals. Wait, let me see if I actually pull them up.
I was actually gonna
have,
wonder.
like,
Do you have those? Do you have those numbers? Is that a
He's
tweet?
got a little spreadsheet and everything, I bet.
yeah, dude. I'm a very organized guy. Wait, let me see. Let me see if I can find this. Oh yeah, my goals. Okay.
It's in the folder Goals 2022.
Yeah, of course. You
Gotta have
gotta keep it.
the folder
Gotta keep it
organization.
unlocked.
Oh yeah.
Oh wait, where is it? Okay,
It's,
maybe I'm
it's
not
in
as
the cloud.
organized as I thought.
it gets very gets disorganized very quickly. Like if you don't stay on top of it, you're like, I'll do that tomorrow, and you're like, wow, why do I have so many things downloaded in my download file? Crazy.
Why is Valorant not updated in 3 months? That's me.
Okay. All right. Wait, dude. Where did it go?
You can't find them?
Okay, I found it.
Yeah.
Bet.
All right. So in 2022, my goal is to hit 5K followers on Twitch and
Okay.
hit partner and hit 2.5 subscribers on YouTube.
Woo.
Okay.
And I'm like halfway there for both of those things.
Okay.
You're
yeah.
at 2.5K on
Twitch. Yep.
How many are you at on YouTube right now?
YouTube, I'm at 900.
900. And the
Yeah.
third one was
Partner.
getting partner. So how are you doing with the partner grind?
Oh,
What's the average views looking like?
it's a grind for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly, but it's like I'm like somewhere below 20. So I still have a long way to go.
Partner
But
grind's
to
tough.
be honest, yeah, partner's tough. But so to be honest, like I think the fact that I'm this far, halfway through the year, is pretty sick. To be honest.
Yeah.
Oh
Now
yeah,
that I'm thinking
100%.
about
I agree. And I mean,
it.
like you know me, I'm in your stream a lot. I enjoy what your content is different to a lot of people's because I think you're very you engage a lot with your audience. But you also try to make your audience laugh a lot. You got to like there's a lot of comedy in your streams, which is
Yes, sir.
whether it be you taking the mick out of yourself or whether it be like just laughing. Monks, what are you confused about now?
What did you just say? Mick out of yourself?
Yeah, like take the piss, you know?
Dude, I have no idea what you're saying right now. Is that real English? What are you saying?
Yes, that is real English.
Are you talking about McDonald's?
Like
can't
a
do with you.
McDonald's.
Do you know
Anyway.
what he said?
Anyway,
Am I alone here?
He's saying words, and I'm listening to him.
Taking
So-
the mick out of yourself. What are you
Taking
saying?
the piss out of yourself. Fine, there we go. I was trying to keep it PG for a little bit, but yeah. Anyway, so you're taking the piss out of yourself, or like it's just like general things that happen in your stream that are just comedy, and like I respect it a lot because I try and do it, and I'm not funny. So it's just like I respect it a lot. I do.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, with my stream, I think the goal is really to just create a space that's comforting for anyone, you
Mhm.
know. Someone could come into my stream and they could like completely disagree with me on things, but to be honest, like even if I do disagree with them, I still want them to feel welcomed.
Right.
And that's kind of I think to be honest, that's a bigger goal than like the numbers themselves. I just want people to feel like my stream is the place that they can go to feel welcomed and hang out and just be themselves. I
Yeah.
think that's more important than any number.
Heck yeah.
Yeah,
Vibe out a little
I
bit.
agree. I think it's an awesome space where you've got so much diversity in there. That it's like it feels comforting when you go in there because just everyone's chilling. There's no kind of aggression or
Sure.
people.
Unless Mean Man Polo comes out.
Right. But that's usually more comedy, honestly. So
Yeah, me molding is like funnier than anything.
yeah. All right, so what we're gonna do, we're going to let Paolo go here. So before you head out, we want to give you an opportunity to obviously plug whatever you want. So socials, whatever you want to do. So go ahead, buddy.
Yeah. Let's do the good old social plug. Nice boy Paolo. That is NICE boy BOY Paolo PAOLO on all streaming platforms, as well as
Including Spotify, which
yeah,
if you are,
Spotify.
I'd definitely go check out his music. It's awesome.
Yes, sir.
He's
So
got
you can
some really
find me
good
on
songs.
Twitch,
Hopefully
Instagram,
another album
TikTok.
dropping soon? Question mark? Maybe?
TBD. Still working on that.
TBD.
Maybe add it for the year goal. Get it done by the
Yeah,
end of the
come
year.
out with some new music. Yeah,
Come
it's
out with
not a
some
bad idea,
new
actually.
music. Yeah,
Is
I
that
like
the YouTube as well?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Perfect.
It's everything.
Love that.
Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, Twitch, Spotify, Amazon Music, bro. I'm
Oh,
everywhere.
hey.
Nice
Apple
boy
Music?
Paolo. Apple Music,
SoundCloud?
Yeah.
SoundCloud, bro. You name it, I'm there.
Whew, love to
Tumblr.
see that.
We love to hear it. Anyway, Paolo, thank you very much for joining us.
Yes, thank you. Great.
Everyone go
Thanks,
check out
guys.
NiceBoyPaolo. He's an awesome content creator. And it will definitely make you laugh, and make you feel welcome. So, thank you very much for joining us, buddy, and we'll speak soon.
Thank you, dudes. Have a good one.
You too. Bye.
Peace.
Bye. All right. Well,
Vektor.
there we have
Cast.
it. There we have it. First
Back.
ever
Yes.
guest on the VectorCast.
Yeah.
It was. I do seriously recommend checking out NiceBoyPaolo. His links will be in the description as well, so go check him out. Obviously, if you're live on Twitch, if you're watching us live on Twitch, when the YouTube video drops tomorrow, Thursday,
Typically Thursday morning. Yeah.
typically Thursday mornings. You can go check out all his socials there.
Get it on the old Spotify too.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, let's move on, monks, because
I'm gonna give him a follow.
Weekend.
I'm gonna give him a follow on YouTube.
We had a big weekend of Call of Duty.
Yeah, we
that
did.
just happened.
Major 3 wrap up.
Major 3. I mean, what a weekend it was.
What are we saying?
It's hilarious because we say it every time. It can't get better from here, and every major has just got progressively better and better and better.
They do not disappoint.
Champs this year is going to be unreal. I just have a feeling something out of left field is going to happen.
Well, I'm kind of disappointed.
Well, of course you are, because Atlanta FaZe lost again.
I think I threw him the jinx, dude. I tweeted out to Ailing. What was Sunday night? I was watching on my phone, watching on my phone at the bar. My girlfriend's like, "You're not paying attention to me." I'm like, "Listen to this. Cut it out. I gotta watch this." Yeah, we were hung out all day. Give me 3 hours.
It was a long Sunday. It was a long Sunday of watching COD. I
Yeah.
watched the whole day, and oh my goodness,
What?
it starts
Come on,
early.
Face. What are we doing? I think I'm gonna get a Celium jersey, dog. I think that's the one.
Yeah, you're gonna get a Cell jersey.
Cell.
Cell's
Well,
unreal. I will say that.
he's nasty,
But
but I mean,
hey, before we get into talking about grand finals and everything like that, we gotta go all the way back.
all the way back. Started Thursday.
All the way back to Thursday, where I mean, we started off with honestly some outrageous games.
Crazy.
I mean, we started first game of the day of the tournament started with Seattle Surge against New York Subliners. Actually, before we even talk about this, Monks, I want to hear how many points did you get in the bracket in your pick'ems?
I got okay. So we weren't able to do the pick'ems last cast.
Yep.
So we had to do them solo, which we
Probably throw you off a lot.
We usually
Because you usually steal all mine.
We'll talk about something. I'll say, oh, that's a great point. Maybe I'll do a click here, click there, bingo, bango. But I got about 11 points this Major 3.
Okay, so I'll be honest with you, Monks, you did better than me.
You should be honest with me.
You
Always
did do better than me. I got 9 points. So
Woo!
you only got one more game slightly right than me. It wasn't a good week for me.
Yes.
Major 3 though, I do end up with 55 points. How many did you end up with?
Dang, 50. So close.
Okay, so it's 3-0 to me. In terms of pick'ems.
Well, we gotta. I mean, champs are probably gonna be. We're gonna have to do double points or something. We're gonna have to do double points or something. Yeah, because I mean,
it could be 4-0 going into champs, so you'd have to do quadruple points, right?
Yeah.
To even draw with me.
Yeah. We'll figure it out for sure.
We'll figure anything out. Anyway, so back into it. We started off with a massive game. Like I thought, honestly, this was game of the first day. Was Seattle Search New York Subliners.
After that game, you were like, Seattle's playing.
Right, Seattle were playing really well in that first game. Coming into it, the Subliners were on fire. They obviously had won the Pro-Am. They then had continued to do well in the online qualifiers.
Yeah.
And then it came to LAN, and it just fell apart for New York.
Well, they did. They played good. I had it as 3-1 going to Seattle.
I had it 3-1 going the way of New York. So you pick up those. You pick up those 2 points.
Yeah, I got 2 points right there. Yep.
I just honestly I didn't see Surge coming into this as a contender.
They're always a contender. You're crazy. They beat all the big teams
during recent kind of
weeks.
They just haven't been performing that well. They've been getting the odd win. They got themselves into the winners bracket, but they haven't been the team that we saw right at the start of this season back at the Kickoff Classic. Now, Subliners didn't show up all weekend. And they have actually now officially been eliminated from champs. They can no longer get 2 champs.
So they need to show out.
2 out of the 4 teams we have already lost now. That being obviously Paris Legion and the New York Subliners. Both will not be at champs at the end of this year. So there's 2 more spots for teams to not make it. Obviously, 8 teams make it. So it's gonna be tight, and it's gonna be down to the wire.
Yeah, they really need to win a couple of games here in this.
They needed to. They had to win. They honestly had to go far.
Yeah.
In this major, and then go far next major to even stand a chance.
I had them going pretty far too.
And, I mean, they were the 12th team in the competition. They were the first to be eliminated.
That ain't it. That
New
ain't
York,
it.
They just haven't had the year. Prim has been trying to carry, but it just hasn't worked. It just Subliners haven't been the team we expected them this year. Next up, after that, we had Atlanta FaZe go up against Toronto Ultra. This was most people called this game. I think I had 3-1 FaZe. I got the full 3 points for it.
Yeah, same. I had 3-1 as well.
So Ultra, we'll talk about them in a little bit once we get moving on. But I didn't think Ultra did themselves a disservice in this game. Didn't think they looked a bad team.
What did you remember?
FaZe
What they
just,
picked up? Did they pick up Search and Destroy, or was it Control?
It was the Search and Destroy they picked up.
Yeah, FaZe seems to be struggling a little bit on that Search and Destroy.
They have been. Throughout the tournament, Toronto went on a 10 S&D win streak. I mean, they didn't. They
Yeah.
won 10 in a row, which
Trying to take a page
usually
out of
exactly out of what
Gorillas.
Gorillas did.
Yep.
And I mean, it almost worked out for them, but like I said, we'll get onto that later. We then moved on to, I think, the biggest shock of the whole tournament. At least that first day.
Yeah, first day
which
for
was
sure.
Florida Mutineers, Optic Texas. I think most people probably out of those games would have called a 3-0 Optic.
I had 3-1 is what I did. 3-1.
I had 3-0 Optic. I thought ProLuke's been playing well.
Yeah, he was.
All of Optic were probably playing well. Like, yes, it's not an Optic with Illy, but it's still a good Optic team.
Bet.
So I expected them to walk over a Florida Mutineers team who've been poor. And Florida came out and beat them 3-2. It was a great result for them. They looked strong, and then I mean, and honestly, Florida didn't have a bad tournament. They didn't have a great tournament. They looked sloppy in areas, but they did play.
Yeah.
They played very well in that Optic game. I mean, Awakening looked unreal. Vivid looked very good.
That's got to be a huge boost of the morale, just being like, "Hey, we beat
100%.
Optic."
I will say,
even though they had a sub.
I don't know if Dav Paddy is ready for the CDL.
Really?
Yeah. I just
Get
think there's too many mistakes in his game.
Okay.
I mean that it was against the Surge. They were 4-3 up in the S&D. Skies had just got a kill to make it a 2v1. Dave Paddy had a sniper. Skies comes around the corner. Dave Paddy snipes his own teammate.
Oof.
And it's just like, now it's 1v1. Dav Paddy then lose the gunfight. Now it's 4-4. They go and lose the S&D. The Surge.
The snipe is tough.
It is, but it's like, what like Skies has probably communicated that he's just killed a guy and where he's rotating to.
Yeah.
And he's run straight in front of Dav Paddy, and Dav Paddy's just like
Dunk.
almost blinked and just like snapped on him.
Well,
so
you gotta think at that level, if you see anything, then your sights. I mean, I don't know.
But I mean, like
at
that level, you've got to know like where your teammates are. You know what I mean?
Uniforms are kind of similar. They're kind of same shades.
One's
on, one's away. One's black.
One's all white.
Yeah.
One's all right. Then the fourth game of the first day. And honestly, a great game again.
I thought this was a surprise.
The LA Thieves and Minnesota Rocket. I had it down as a Rocket win.
Same. I think a lot of people
thought,
did.
You know what? Thieves. I honestly didn't expect them to go 0-2 over the tournament. I didn't expect them to win the first game of the tournament though. I expected Rocket after that 5-0 showing in qualifiers. I expected them to push through. And you know what? That's now the third team.
You mentioned it last episode.
The third team that has gone into a tournament 5-0 that has not performed when it comes to the major.
That's you mentioned it last episode.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's kind of like
I was worried about it. I thought, you know what?
Yeah.
Teams coming in 5-0 may not have an advantage here going on to LAN because it just seems like it translates into them having poor performances in the major. Now, obviously, the one.
But that being said, you picked LA Thieves to win because of your own knowledge, right?
Not in that game. I didn't. I had Rockets beat Thieves, bro. I wish I picked the Thieves. Yeah. I wish I'd stuck with my heart. But
you should have.
Sure. So then we dropped down into the elimination rounds.
Who did you have on this one? The LA Thieves.
So
Boston?
I had London Royal Ravens against Seattle Surge was my game to start off.
Oh, 130?
The 130.
Okay.
And I had Surge 3-0ing London.
Okay.
But obviously it ended up being
New York.
Ravens New York.
Yeah.
and
They won.
Ravens won 3-1. A weird tournament for London because they got that win, which was great for them.
But then they had to face
But
Optic.
then they faced Optic, so
Yeah, tough.
can't really say like it's a bad tournament for them. Can't really say it. I mean, you definitely can't say it's a good tournament for them.
Yeah, it's just
To only
unfortunate,
get the
really.
one win. Just unfortunate
Yeah.
run of the draw. Like I don't think anyone really expected Optic to be in the elimination bracket so quickly.
So I wonder, let's see, did anybody pick that? The week 3, Major 3.
The leaderboards have been weird. The leaderboards have been weird.
You can't even really see picks. Show me their picks. What are you doing here? That's stupid.
I don't know what they did with pick'ems because last year they were a lot better. Like you could have a private leaderboard last year and things like that. This year, I just
think
don't know.
maybe they're not invested into it as much. Well, apparently we're not putting up the numbers we need to. We need to boost the numbers a little bit.
People need to start playing pick'ems, man.
There's $1,000 on the line. Like,
right.
Or I don't know if that's, what is this? Is that real money?
Oh yeah, it's real money, man. You think it's COD points?
I don't know what they're doing over here.
I mean, that honestly wouldn't surprise me if they did COD points.
Yeah.
But anyway, moving on to the 3 o'clock game. I had Gorillas against Mutineers. Obviously, was Optic against Gorillas.
Yeah.
The LA Gorillas, poor showing from them after winning Major 2. Major 3 was just not their tournament. Yes, you can say they went up against Optic straight away.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
They didn't.
For them,
those games weren't even close.
Yeah.
Like those maps weren't close. Optic wiped them out.
At least pick a game of them. Did they even play them in last Major? Did they have to play Optic?
It was the no, they didn't. They didn't have to play them last Major.
Played FaZe, Boston, Florida.
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't have to play them at all.
No, they didn't play Optic. So
Florida Mutineers knocked out Optic last Major. How crazy is that?
Yeah. And they did the same thing in the first round.
Yeah.
This one knocked them down to the losers bracket. So
Florida's got their number.
They've got their number currently.
Yeah.
We then moved on to Toronto Ultra Paris Legion, which I did actually have the right game for this.
Same.
I actually had Toronto Ultra versus Paris Legion. Toronto picking up the win there. I had it as a 3-0.
Same.
Paris did pick up a map though.
Las Vegas, right? Las Vegas Legion.
Well, to be Las Vegas Legion next season. Paris will be moving their franchise to Las Vegas. That was announced just before the Major last week. So, no, it was announced during the Major actually. After they got eliminated, they announced it.
What do you think? So next year,
I don't mind it. Like
Vegas has to have a major.
Champs.
Has to
Vegas for champs. I gotta say, it's gotta happen, right?
Woo! Get your tickets.
I think we know it's probably going to be London this year for champs. They haven't confirmed that yet, but I'm almost confident it will be London for champs this year. So Vegas for champs next year, I'll be there.
Let's go. Let's go. Turn me up.
And then the final, well, no, not the final game on the Friday. We had but the final elimination round 1 game. I had it down as Boston Breach versus LA Thieves, but obviously it was Minnesota Rock here against Boston Breach. And Boston, and again, another
What was going on with Boston?
I don't know. They are so out of form right now. They cannot get anything going.
They're not looking like they were looking. Like, what's going on? Seem to be struggling a little bit.
They really are struggling. I don't think they're going to make a roster change because I think they want this team to grow with each other.
What do you think? The season's too long? It seems like it's longer.
Well,
a lot of more breaks.
Last year we had 5 majors.
Yeah,
but there's a lot more breaks this year.
Yeah, downtime.
So which I like. I think that a lot of players got kind of overworked last year. There was a lot of Call of Duty played, and by the end of it, Call of Duty, the game kind of became sloppy and repetitive.
Yeah.
So I like that they're spreading it out a little more, so it's not so in your face. Here's a Call of Duty weekend every weekend. But So I don't mind it. It is a long season, but it's not a long season in terms of the amount of Call of Duty played. It's just a
Yeah.
long season with the time between everything.
Week on,
So we
week
do have a
off.
3-week break before the next before the next qualifiers start. And I actually kind of like that. I'm sure we're going to have some kind of Warzone event
Yeah.
going on. They haven't announced anything yet, but there probably will be something going on between this period. We may well have the All-Star weekend as well.
Yeah, they'll probably do that. I mean, they need to.
But they might do that
something.
after. They might do that after Major 4.
Yeah, break in between Major 4 and Champs. That makes sense.
Yeah, that's probably when they'll do the All-Star game. They used to do the All-Star game after Major 2, and it was just not enough time. Like,
who's an
how are you
All-Star?
gonna who's an All-Star after 2 majors? Like,
Spart?
yeah.
Are they bringing Spart? Spart's an All-Star.
I mean, he's an MVP. He's an MVP.
Come
so
on, bring him. Put him on the roster.
I'd love to see Sparta.
Let him use the Volk. Let's go. Turn him up.
I don't think Sparta will be the All-Star game. Anyway, and then the final game on the Friday, we had Seattle Surge go up against Florida Mutineers. Well, no, we didn't. That's what I thought was going to happen.
That was
we
Optic?
had London Royal Ravens against Optic,
Yeah.
which Optic 3-0'd them. London kind of got put in their place a little bit.
Yeah.
Kind of what we've been seeing from London in recent weeks. But Optic, I mean, going on that losers bracket, they look strong going through the first 2 rounds, those 2 3-0s. And then Saturday happened. But we'll talk about that game in a little bit. First off, on the Saturday, we had Minnesota Rockya go up against Toronto Ultra. I actually had this one right.
You had this?
Again. I didn't have LA. I didn't have Rockya. I had LA Thieves going up against Ultra. And I actually had Toronto Ultra winning 3-1 over the LA Thieves.
I had him against
obviously
Boston because I thought Boston was going to beat LA Thieves. They kind of let me down.
You had LA Thieves going out straight away. You didn't
yeah.
even. You didn't see him winning a game.
Yeah.
I see that from you. That's poor from you, honestly.
All right, so hold on. Let me take me back. Muck of yourself? Does that mean like make fun of yourself? I guess, like joking on yourself.
Take the mick, yeah.
Mick,
like, yeah.
Mick out of yourself is like joking on yourself.
Taking the mick out of yourself. Taking a like.
Yeah, you're just making fun of yourself.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
All right. I got it through context clues. But I've never heard that term before ever. So.
I can't believe it's taking you that long, Charles.
Well, I don't want to interrupt. I mean, you already saw it on my face. I'm like, what is he? What is this guy saying? That's probably what you were doing to me during the intro.
As soon as I said it, I was just like, Monks doesn't know what the hell I'm on about. In one ear, straight.
Yeah, I'm in left field. Mick, what? I've never heard it.
Yeah, Toronto Ultra came out firing against Minnesota.
Hometown guys. It was in Toronto.
The hometown boys were playing really well.
Yeah.
I did have Ultra getting through that round.
Yeah, same.
Against I had it against Thieves, but I had it them winning 3-1.
Yeah.
Whereas a 3-0. So I picked up a couple of points there.
Yeah, I got 2 points there too.
And then we moved back up into the winners bracket. We went to the winners round 2, where I had Optic subliners.
What?
Yeah, it was the 3:00 game. What are you on about?
Okay.
Yeah,
Optic
I had
Seattle?
Optic subliners. You had Optic Seattle.
Oh, yeah.
I did have Optic to beat the subliners 3-0.
3-0?
Obviously, Surge. It ended up being Surge
Florida
versus the Mutineers. And obviously Surge picked up a 3-1 win there, looking pretty comfortable.
Yeah.
Against Florida, who had looked very good against Optic. So, at that stage, I was like, okay, Seattle, like,
real deal.
you booked yourself a place in the winners' final. Let's see what you can do. And then we had the game to see who was joining them in the winners' final. I had this as Minnesota Rockya and Atlanta FaZe.
Same.
Obviously, it was Atlanta FaZe, LA Thieves.
What happened to your boys?
Honestly, that was one of the worst performances I've seen all year. From LA Thieves,
yeah.
And that's saying something because they've been some pretty awful performances.
There's
but
been some bad ones.
They got wiped.
Yeah, FaZe was looking real good. I was like, yeah, this is the one.
FaZe looked domanant in that.
I was like, this is the one, baby.
Like the Thieves couldn't get out of spawn most of the time. It was it was bad. But Atlanta booked their place a spot in the winners' final.
Yep.
Against Seattle Surge.
Yep.
After that game, we moved on to elimination round 3. We had 2 more games left on the Saturday to see who was going to book themselves a spot in the final
Yep.
final 4. Or final, was it final 4 or final 5? Final 5.
Yeah, final 5. Yep.
So we had I had that 6 o'clock game. I had it being down as Subliners Toronto Ultra.
Okay, I had Seattle.
It was the Ultra. They were up against Florida Mutineers.
3-0'd them.
And I had it down as the Subliners winning 3-1 against Ultra.
Really, dude, you had them far.
Yeah.
They really did not perform well for
I
you.
went the Subliners going deep. I thought they were. I expected the top 5 out of them this major.
Yeah. Well, I had them too, but I had them in the next game. I had the New York Subliners.
And then Ultra turned up. They beat Florida pretty convincingly.
3-0'd them.
3-0'd them.
At home.
Pretty easy win for them. And honestly, the crowd was just going nuts
Yeah.
for them all weekend.
Yeah.
I did love how they were walking through the crowd.
I thought it was a great touch too. I love that.
Walkout. I like that a lot.
Fist bumping everyone.
Yeah, exactly. It was pretty awesome. Nice to see that in the post-COVID world.
Yeah, it's good to see that.
Yeah.
Some people probably got sick after traveling. Who knows if it was from this or...
I know the Zealander got sick.
Yeah. I think I remember seeing the tweet.
He's been to 2 majors now and he's come back sick both times, so I don't think it was COVID. But
yeah, I mean you're hanging around a bunch of people chugging beers and eating chicken wings or whatever they got going on.
Right, exactly.
They're not watching. They're not thinking about washing their hands.
Yeah, for sure. All right, and then the final game on the Saturday. I had this down as a Minnesota Rocket Seattle Surge game.
Okay.
I was very wrong on that. It was LA Thieves Optic.
Which after watching the FaZe game, LA Thieves, you're like, what's gonna happen here?
Right.
But then it's like,
right.
What
I expected 3-0 Optic.
Yeah, you're like, this is gonna be a quick one.
I was watching that game and just like, oh god, this is gonna be horrendous again. And Optic quickly won map 1. I was like, yep, here we go.
Here we go.
It was a pretty dominant hard point for Optic. I was like, yep.
All right.
See you later, Thieves.
Search and destroy.
And then 3 maps in a row, gone. And Thieves go through, and it's just like, what just happened?
Yeah.
And I think everyone was stunned by it. Everyone was just like, what did we just watch? Like, this is a Thieves team that's just been absolutely demolished by FaZe.
Yeah.
And 2 hours later have come out and just dominated Optic. Like,
I don't know what that pep talk was or what happened, but
I don't either, but
they turned up.
So they booked themselves a spot in elimination round 4.
Yeah, they're playing on Sunday.
Which I was about to say is where we kicked off the Sunday. They found LA Thieves finally got themselves to a Sunday. And then I got up Sunday morning. I was pumped. I was like, "This is gonna be a great day. It's gonna be a great day of Call of Duty. Thieves are here. It's Sunday.
Yeah.
Let's start off with a banging game." I had it, like on my pick'ems. I had it down as Atlanta FaZe Optic Texas. I was just like, "That's gonna kick off CDL Sunday." I had Texas doing what they've done all season against FaZe. I had them winning 3-1. And then I get there and it's just like, it gets to Sunday and it's just like, oh, it's not Optic.
No.
It's Seattle against FaZe. And I was just like, well, this prediction's, I mean, my prediction was chalked anyway, but it's just like, well, I mean, FaZe will make it and that will ruin the rest of my bracket. I'm probably not going to get anything from this.
Yeah, I had FaZe.
I did have FaZe losing in winners final, so I was just like, awesome. All right, perfect. They did actually lose, obviously, to Seattle.
Close game.
And it was an awesome game to watch.
Series.
Honestly,
it was a great little preview.
It was a preview for the grand finals, but we'll get there in a second. It was an awesome game to watch. It was like
crowd was so pumped.
Just seemed to have their number the whole time. The crowd was behind Surge so much.
Yeah, they were. I just think they just don't like FaZe. I don't think anybody.
No one likes FaZe.
I
honestly
like FaZe.
FaZe, I know
Shout out to them. Send me a jersey. Let's go, baby. Let me know if you need my size. I'll wear it with pride. with pride to the next major champs.
So Atlanta FaZe did drop down into the elimination finals. And
So
they
what it
would
was?
they would find out who they were going up against. So
Yes.
in my predictions, I had Minnesota Rocket going up against the New York Subliners. So I was very wrong on all counts of this.
Yeah.
It was in fact Toronto Ultra LA Thieves. Toronto Ultra came out the gate strong on Sunday, and didn't really let Thieves get into the game at all. Thieves did win. It was the S&D they won.
Yeah.
Um,
Smart. It's smart for Toronto to be like, hey, we have the crowd.
Actually, no, it wasn't the S&D because Toronto was still on the run. It was the control that the Thieves won.
Yeah.
So, but the Ultra looked strong. They looked a good team. And it wasn't a bad game. It wasn't like there was a complete blowout of the water.
Yeah.
But it was. I mean, Ultra looked in control the whole way through. Really.
I think LA Thieves might have had a little bit of that poutine up there in Toronto.
Possibly, yeah.
And the Tommy was a little grumbly.
Yeah, maybe a
A little
bit.
groggy.
But anyway, we moved on to the elimination finals. We got 2 games left, and we were looking to see who was going to join Seattle Surge in the grand finals. Now, for me personally, I had this elimination finals down as Minnesota Rocket against Atlanta FaZe.
That's exactly what I had too.
And I had Minnesota beating FaZe.
I hate to admit this. Actually, we'll edit this out. Don't worry about it. Picking up for where we edited out. I had sadly I had Minnesota beating FaZe as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Hate to say it.
I just thought Minnesota's form going into this major, they're going to smash it.
5-0, you know, they did 5-0 on all the things.
When will I learn that teams going 5-0 into a major are just going to fucking chalk it?
Chalk it up.
I mean, in Minnesota, apparently they say it's never chalked. It's always chalked when you're 5-0 going into a major.
It's always chalk. When did they? So when did they actually get eliminated?
They did
Saturday.
They got eliminated on the Saturday, so the day before.
We were way off.
Right. And I mean, obviously, it ended up being Atlanta FaZe versus Toronto Ultra.
Close
and
game.
Again, a really, really good game.
Yeah.
FaZe went. It was 2-0 FaZe, wasn't it? And then Ultra started bringing it back.
Yeah.
Ultra won the control. They won the hard point. And then it went to a game 5, and I was like, okay, hold on a minute. Ultra on a 10-game S&D streak.
Yeah.
Like, this is over. Like,
it's over.
They're gonna beat FaZe, and Atlanta shut them out. Like, yeah, that was a dominant S&D performance from Atlanta. It was exactly what they needed.
Yeah. I like seeing RCDs on the sniper.
Alex a decent sniper.
Yeah.
He hit some nice shots.
He does. I mean, it's crazy. He can really do anything with any of the guns. You see him pick up the SMGs and some of the respawn modes.
I know that a lot of people don't like RCDs, but you cannot deny he is one of the best players in the league.
He guy's amazing.
A lot of people don't like him though.
He puts a lot of pressure on himself.
Not in terms of like, I don't think anyone denies his ability. Just a lot of people don't really like him, his personality. He comes off very cocky. He comes off as very like showboat kind of guy. Which I mean, you kind of need to have when you're a dominant team like FaZe. You know what I mean? And
why not? I mean,
right. But he is a quality player. Him and Celium are unreal. Then you've got someone.
SMGs.
Then you've got the Tiny Terrors as well. Like that team. Like okay. I'll talk about.
Let's get into the grand finals. Yeah,
we'll go into the grand finals, and what a grand finals it was. Not the grand finals that either of us had predicted.
No.
Honestly,
it was not.
I think we both had. Well, I had. What did I have? I had Optic Minnesota as my final.
Yeah, so did I.
Had as well.
Exactly what I had.
Yeah. So, even though we didn't do them together. We didn't confer on any of it.
How crazy is that?
We had the same grand finals between the 2 teams. So, I mean, it kind of awesome that we did that. Unfortunately, neither of those teams were anywhere close to the grand finals. But anyway, we kicked off that grand finals. Started off with the hard point on bow cage. Seattle Surge came out the door swinging. They had the gunny. They were gunning FaZe off the map. It ended 250 to 217, and it was honestly dominant. It was really dominant from Surge, and everyone was like, "Okay, hold on a minute, what's going on here?"
Yeah, it was so
Because
Sunday.
Surge had their time off. They had to wait. It was a long series they were waiting for as well. They had 2 series to wait, sorry, before they actually were playing. So they probably had about 4 hours in between their games.
Yeah.
And everyone usually, although it has been said that the team that has to wait usually comes out and wins map 1 in the grand finals. And Surge did that.
Yeah.
They did come out and win. It was a really good performance from them. They then followed it up with Bocage S&D, won 6-5. FaZe, honestly, probably should have won that S&D.
Yeah.
But good work from Surge to win that. And then into the control, and one of the most dominant control
That was crazy.
victories I have seen all year.
FaZe on offense just went in control on that map.
Well, no, FaZe got 3-0'd. That was...
Oh, I'm
FaZe got
thinking
3-0'd.
of the next one.
You're thinking later on. You're thinking a bit later on. Surge 3-0'd him, and it wasn't even close. Like, it was just confident from Surge, and they're 3-0 up, and everyone was just like,
"What is happening?
Is this over? Is this gonna be a 5-0?" It wasn't to be a 5-0. That was obviously a Tuscan control. We went into Berlin hardpoint. Atlanta FaZe found their form.
Yeah.
Map 4. It was 250 to 212. Monks tweeted me very quickly after that game.
9:14 p.m. All right.
So it was just after that game.
Let's go. FaZe up. I'm feeling it. I'm vibing.
Yeah, he was feeling it after them being 3-1 down.
You quickly respond.
Tweeted back. Drown him out.
That's
Drown him out.
About 20 minutes later.
About 20. Well, yeah. I mean, I was watching the CDO. You can't blame me. And then we go into a control lesson, into a S&D on Desert Siege, and it was
another great game.
Were finding their fault. They found their form, 6-3, and you're thinking, okay, FaZe are on the comeback now. It's 3-2 in maps. FaZe are looking good. Bam, another control. This time on Berlin. Really close game. Like, could have gone either way, but Surge come out on top just because if you can stack that B point in Berlin and just stop them getting anywhere near, and you get 3 or 4 people in the point, that goes so quickly. And that's what happened. Surge didn't have the numbers. They were down on lives, but because they managed to get 4 people on time and didn't let FaZe close to the time, they win and make it 4-2 on maps. We were thinking, all right, well, it's an S&D, right? This is over, probably. Went into Tuscan S&D.
Not the
FaZe
case.
win again.
Yeah, 6-4.
FaZe win again. 6-4. And it's just like, okay, so it's 4-3 now.
4-3. I'm pumped.
And then we go to what has been FaZe's bogey map all tournament. The amount of Tuscan hardpoints they choked this tournament is unbelievable. I think it was 3 or 4 times they choked in hardpoint. They were up big going into that P5 to P1 rotation.
I think there was in their head. They're thinking about it too much. Like
they did. That was the thing. They rotated so early. They gave Seattle 20 seconds of scrap time on P5.
Yeah.
They were all there, and then all Seattle had to do was break, and they only needed 20 points to win it.
Yeah, because
it was close going in.
So
to
close.
That P5.
Yeah. It was so close going in.
And they over-rotated.
Rotate too early, yeah.
So it ended 250 to 196, and oh my! I mean, it was a great grand finals.
Then the tweet came out. 10-19. You are a jinx.
Yep. You thought I was a jinx. I believe you were the jinx.
I might have been the jinx.
I think you were the jinx.
It's very possible, but...
So, although I did have Minnesota Rocky to win 5-4 over Optic, and you know what I actually was going to say if that happened? I was going to be like, if it had come off, I was a genius, because I was going for the whole reverse sweep. I was going Optic to be up 4-0 and the
Really?
Minnesota Miracle to come
The
again.
Minnesota
and
Miracle.
For them to win 5-4. Anyway, neither of those teams were anywhere that close.
Nowhere near it.
It just didn't happen. But massive shout out to Seattle Surge.
Yeah,
That
huge shout out
was
to
they didn't lose a game all the way through the tournament. And I mean they were very strong. I have massive respect to person accuracy. He's come under a lot of stick in recent years. People thinking that he's not the level that the CDO should be, and he proved them wrong because accuracy was unreal this tournament. You have Sib, who isn't just an he's Sib is the Celium that Seattle Search have.
Yeah.
Celium is that playmaker with an AR who just he can shoot through walls, he can do anything. Like he just seems to know where everyone is. Sib is that same kind of player, that very aggressive AR, and he's a class player. Then you've got two players who are possibly on the top of their game right now.
I remember
and two probably of the best players in the CDL.
Yeah.
Which is obviously Mac and Pred. Pred was unbelievable during that tournament. I think he had a 1.24 throughout the major.
Who did I saw like right after on Seattle, like on Twitter? They were like smoking something.
That was Sib.
This guy's out here like
yeah, he's smoking a spliff.
he might have had to delete that tweet. I couldn't believe it. I was like, wait a second, what's going on here? They need to drug test this kid.
Why not? Let's be
They
honest.
need to drug test him.
Why not? But anyway,
he's on PEDs, dude. You can't be stony baloney. Playing video games? It's a different level.
A video game. What are you on about? It's not like it's performance enhancing drugs.
It is, dude.
Yeah. All right. But anyway, you got Mac, who Mac Melts is obviously his nickname, and he truly did over that. Over this major, Mac was unreal. Honestly, was my vote for MVP over the weekend. Pred obviously did win it, winning the MVP vote. Pred was unreal as well. Don't get me wrong. But I did think that Mac deserved it. But all four of them,
crazy.
unreal. They were incredible. And an exciting team to watch. We saw a glimpse of it in the Kickoff Classic.
Do you think they're gonna build off this?
I hope so. And I mean they've been a pretty mid to high table team throughout the season. I just didn't know if I didn't know if they were gonna like capitalize on it. But they did, and I think they're only gonna go up from here.
Yeah.
I think they've got a real chance going into Major 4, a real chance going into Champs as well.
I don't know, man. I mean, they played well. We'll see. I mean, can we talk about the consistency of FaZe though?
I think we have to, right? Three
All
three grand
majors.
finals.
Yeah.
In 3 majors. I mean, they are very consistent at losing in the final.
Come on, man. Oh my god, dude. I'm about to end the call. Drop the call. Get him out of here.
No, I will say FaZe are still for me the best team in the CDL currently. I know a lot of people will say
That's
Optic
insane.
until I see Illy come back and be part and Optic start and Optic actually win another tournament. They're not better than FaZe.
No, I don't see them playing. I mean, did they even play? They didn't play Sunday this week or this major. Did they play the last one?
Nope.
No. And they had him.
They had Illy in Major 2, yeah.
Yeah. So I mean,
But Illy, that was when Illy's injury was starting. Was Major 2.
Okay.
Like so that's he played through it, but his thumb had a massive it's an infection in his thumb basically.
dude, wash your hands. What are we doing here?
Which meant
Who's taking care of these kids?
anytime that he put pressure on the controller, it would send like excruciating pain down his thumb and into his hand. So he basically just couldn't play.
Get him on mouse and key. What are we doing?
Right. Honestly, but
there's no way.
I think mouse and key is actually banned in the CDL.
Probably.
You can't play mouse and keyboard in the CDL. I don't really know why. Like
I have
feel
a
like controllers
question for you.
Okay.
I was watching the stream or watching the cast, and there's like a separate tournament going on. Is it contenders?
Challenges.
Challengers, that's what it is. And there was a bunch of money on the line.
Oh yeah.
What is that all about?
So challenges is kind of how do I put this in US sporting terms?
It's like the AAA
So it's like
baseball or whatever.
Yeah, it's like the league below like the MLB.
Yeah.
Is that AAA?
Yeah, AAA.
So it's like basically those are the guys who are at the top of the game but don't have a spot in the CDL. So you had people like Clayster, who is currently obviously on the bench for New York.
Okay, so they can still be on a team. They're just
like Spart. Spart was playing with Clay during that challenges. They did win some money as well.
It was like 25K or something.
Well, no, they didn't win the whole thing. So Spart
still.
and Spart and Clay won about $900 each, which was $900 more than New York won.
Or Gorillas.
Or Gorillas. And then you had
they're the only one taking home
then
money
you had
for
Neptune.
the teams.
Then you had Neptune, who also got dropped this season by New York, who actually went and won the Challengers tournament. So he just on his own won $6,000.
One more than New York's won all year.
Split between 4, which is no, because they won
the bounty or something. Didn't
they won the S&D, not the Pro-Am. So they got pretty good money from that.
Crazy. Okay.
But even still, Neptune won 6,000, which was also 6,000 more than, the whole of New York Subliners won this major. So
do they cover that on a different YouTube? And like cover it like
I believe so, yeah.
they should.
They do. There is a YouTube stream for challenges.
Okay.
I haven't actually really watched any challenges.
Yeah, I'd be interested though to see how they cover it.
But I mean, you got a lot of either ex-CDL pros in there or
up and comers.
Or you've got a lot of up and coming players who are very talented. Like Doug Sensen Martin, he plays in challenges. He's obviously on Boston Breach's roster, on their unofficial challenges team that they have. It's basically Boston Breach. Reserves, but they're not actually affiliated. The team isn't actually affiliated to the org. Like obviously you have like Toronto Ultra have their academy, which is affiliated to the org. But I mean, look, challenges is a lot of fun to watch.
That's what I'm thinking. It'd be good to like.
Because you get to see it's more raw Call of Duty rather than that professional style. And I mean it's open as well. It's an open bracket, so anyone can enter it.
Yeah.
And I mean I
think
there were 64 teams or something were involved. And obviously
gotta plug the sticks in.
One team came out on top. So I mean, look, it was a hell of a weekend of Call of Duty.
Great
honestly.
weekend.
I was very, like I've said it before and I'll say it again. This season keeps getting better and better.
Do you remember, did you see Arcidy's tweeting about like the fucking stage or something like that? He's like this.
I didn't know.
He said something about the main screen being like so bright or some shit like that. Like,
well, I didn't see that.
I think the setup was great though.
What I did find hilarious is when that grand finals, when after FaZe had beaten Ultra, they then proceeded to walk out of the crowd like Ultra had been doing all tournament. And I found it absolutely hilarious that they did that. I thought FaZe have some balls doing that.
Instead of walking out the back behind?
Instead of walking out the back, they walked straight through the crowd of the team they'd just beaten.
I wonder, they must have said that before and be like, we're going to win this, and then we're going to walk through the crowd.
Yeah, I bet they did. But
I love that. I love that for them.
It was great from them, and I mean,
hey, somebody has to be the bad guy. You know what I mean?
Right. And FaZe are the Call of Duty bad guys. Like they just are.
Not my book. I love those kids.
I mean,
I love those kids. They put their heart out there every major. All right.
We can't deny their quality. We cannot deny their quality. They're an unreal team. And I expect them to be in the grand finals of champs at the end of the season.
Oh, they're raising the trophy, baby. They don't have to win these, but come champs, I might have to go to London. get them fired up. I better order the passport now. Reissue the passport.
Oh my!
How much is a ship? How much is can I take a boat across, or I have to fly? What do we got going on?
I'd take you 2 weeks.
What is that? Titanic still in operation? What do we got going on here?
It's coming back. They're remaking the Titanic.
What? Really?
Yeah,
Dude, Hollywood
they
is
actually are.
Hollywood is garbage. Can we get a couple original ideas out there instead of just remaking old movies?
Hey, look, while we're on the topic of movies, why not? We do anything on the Vektor
Yeah,
cast here.
100%.
Have you seen the new Top Gun movie?
No, have you?
Yes.
Fire?
One of the best standalone sequels I've ever seen.
Really? Love that.
Yes.
They did a good job with it?
Honestly, yeah. The amount of nostalgia it brought back from like the original Top Gun,
Sure.
as well as like not doing the same thing.
Yeah. Not just making a remake.
And making like not just making a remake of it, bringing
Continue
in
the
like
story.
still having Tom Cruise in there, still like Val Kilmer made comeback
Probably
for it.
short.
The guy who played Iceman.
Yeah, short. Probably a short thing because he's not doing too hot.
He's
health-wise.
very unwell, unwell health wise. And they actually, I mean, I'm not gonna spoil it. You can watch it among us, but
they probably kill him. Got to kill him off.
They did have like an AI speaking for him because he actually can't speak in real life.
That's crazy.
So he actually was typing it onto a computer what he was saying, and then he did manage to get out a couple of words right at the end of his scene.
That's sad. I might cry.
Yeah, it's sad. It's sad that he his health deteriorated so much, and he's a great actor. And it was just an awesome movie.
I am thinking about
if anyone is a fan of Top Gun, I'd definitely recommend going to.
I am thinking about the Jurassic Park coming out though.
I also am going to that.
It
comes out this Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah,
sure.
I'm gonna be heading to that.
There's
a couple of movies coming out soon that I'm gonna be.
When are they gonna make some more video games?
The movies for.
When are they gonna make a new video game?
Talking of new video games, big announcement coming tomorrow.
What a transition!
What a transition right there.
That's insane. That was nuts.
It's like we've been doing this for a while, monks.
That's been about a year, huh?
Nearly 2 years we've been doing this.
Who knows?
I don't even know. We're on season 2. We're nearly at the end of season 2.
Yeah. Yep.
Coming towards the end of the CDL season, which is a sad time, but
it is.
We'll be taking another lengthy break.
Definitely next week.
Maybe
your boy's going on vacation for the first time in a while.
Anyway, before I get sidetracked and forget exactly what I was about to say, tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern time, we have a huge announcement. It is the trailer, the first trailer, the worldwide announcement of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah.
Obviously, this is not a remake of the original Modern Warfare 2. This is going to be a sequel to the 2019 Modern Warfare.
It's a Top Gun.
Yeah,
it's the new Top Gun. It's the same thing.
Top Gun. It's a sequel to 2019. We already know that Soap's going to be in there. We already know that Price is going to be in there. Ghost.
Is Pete Davidson? Is he a voice actor in one of these? Is that what I saw?
Pete Davidson, Tim the Tatman, Steve Aoki, and who was the fourth one that did it? There was one other guy who was
in the trailer.
Yeah, they did like different trailers.
Teaser.
It was Trey Young. And 4 of them, they did like a little commercial with them. I'm not sure if they're actually going to be in the official trailer and in the game. I honestly, if there was a Tim the Tatman operator in game, I'm using that every day of the week. As long as it excuses me from full damage.
Yeah, no, you can't pull your chute is the only caveat.
Right.
It just keeps splatting.
Yeah. You just keep. Yeah, no, that would make sense and absolutely hilarious. If
so
you
when
troll Tim like that?
Do they have a release? No, I mean, shout out to Tim the Tatman.
He's awesome creator and
shout out to
hilarious.
Shout out to the Qs.
He does like to take a lot of full damage.
I mean, so do I. We're similar
I'm
in
the
that
same
aspect, and we both play mouse and keyboard. So this is just a trailer. When's the game? Oh, October 28th is what they're looking at.
We will probably find the official release date come out tomorrow. I think that's that October 28th date is a date that everyone's speculating because that's usually around the time that Call of Duty will drop their games.
Right on Halloween,
Right around Halloween.
winter
I'm
time.
sure we will see tomorrow the official release date. We're probably going to find out more information about when the open beta is going to be, what platforms are going to get it first, which PS4 is getting it first again. This will be the last time PS4 will get the open beta first, though. Obviously, as that Microsoft deal comes into effect next year. So make the most of it while you can, PS4 fans, because us PC players and Xbox players are coming at you.
Yeah. Is Warzone 2 going to be with this, or
So I
what do
don't
we
know when
have?
Warzone 2 is going to be released. I don't know if it's going to be released on a release of the game or if we're going to have a transition period while they're still finishing off Warzone 2, because I guarantee you they are not going to release Warzone 2 buggy. They're not going to make that mistake.
What's Infinity
It will
Ward's?
be a complete Warzone, which will allow for the game to evolve
Yeah.
around it. We're not going to be stuck on the same map for a year and a half. That's not going to happen from now on. They have talked about bringing map rotations. They've talked about all this stuff. They want to make Warzone fresh and continue it to be fresh.
Yeah.
They don't want people to get bored of just doing the same thing over and over again.
Each season,
Right,
grind this
right.
season.
And like, yes, with each season they do tweak little things around the map, but it's like that's exciting for a day.
Yeah.
And then it's back to the same thing.
Yeah.
Like, realistically, and I know it's tough because like there's only so much you can do within the parameters of the game.
Sure.
But you look at what Fortnite have done. Look at Fortnite changed the map every season.
Yeah, it's
Yes,
great.
they do have longer seasons, but they change it every season. They bring in old POIs. They bring in new POIs.
Yeah.
They just
Vaulting
keep changing up the game and
guns.
making it fresh. Vaulting guns.
They also have a money tournament thing too. Like anyone can enter in these.
They have done something. They have announced that they will be doing something similar to the vaulting guns.
Yeah, there's so many guns
and
you have
changing and evolving the meta constantly, rather than it just being the same guns, like the Bren that's been dominant for a year now in Caldera.
Is there going to be ranked multiplayer? Because I did like that in Vanguard.
Yes,
I hope there is.
They have announced that the ranked will be should be on release of game.
Yeah,
they will ranked will be. The whole beta they've been doing this year, which I think is now out of beta. For Vanguard.
How come we didn't get a code? Oh, okay. You're talking about ranked. Gotcha.
Yeah. They will be sort of putting it out there straight away on Modern Warfare 2. They have also been teasing possibly a ranked mode for Warzone as well. So you're gonna have a ranked section and you're gonna have a more casual section,
like Apex.
Kind of like Apex is.
Yeah.
Which I think honestly is just a massive W for me. I think you can let the people who want to play competitive Call of Duty without the money on the line, because that's really all like the COD is, especially in Warzone.
Yeah.
You can have those people that can play competitively without money on the line, and then you can have the players that just want to enjoy it, hang with friends, and just
I wonder now. So a lot of the tournaments now are 2v2 kill races, and I wonder if that's gonna have to be in pubs or in ranked mode, or maybe.
I imagine they'll probably do it in pubs.
Yeah, I think that still has to be in pubs, but I wonder if. So Apex, or was it Twitch Rivals? What doesn't Apex do a lot of tournaments themselves, or no?
I
know there's
Fortnite
teams.
Fortnite do a lot of their own tournaments.
Yeah.
I don't really know about Apex if they do a lot of their own tournaments. I haven't ever really been involved in the Apex scene. I know Valorant run their own tournaments.
What's that, Riot, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't know. Maybe that is something that Call of Duty will be looking to do, especially with the ranked play.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of money. Money on the line.
Which, I mean, things like that are only going to keep people involved and keep people in the game.
Something to grind.
Exactly. And you kind of, maybe you play a tournament and the tournament is in a certain like your level is the people you're
Mhm.
playing against in that tournament. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like that's the kind of thing that they need to do.
Yeah, all silvers
And then
or
have the
whatever.
open cups as well. Like Fortnite do, where you
Yeah.
have the big cash prizes for the open cups.
Yeah.
Things like that. That's just gonna make people play the game more. So if they can do that, hopefully they'll be able to.
It's a
Hopefully they'll
huge
be able
W.
to, and it just. I'm excited, man. I'm excited for the future of Call of Duty. This year I found it really tough to get motivated to play COD.
You really did not play Caldera very much at all.
I didn't. I honestly like. I played it a little bit at the start, and
How long you think you
I
made it?
loved the fact there were no hackers on there.
Couple
I did love
weeks?
that. Like very few. I played maybe a month of Caldera, and I just honestly I got bored straight away. Like, it just felt like there was nothing fresh.
Yeah.
And I'm just hoping that with Warzone 2, they can continuously make it fresh to keep audience close.
Yeah. They needed to have those balloons because you just got tired of fighting up or down.
Yeah, honestly, like
You had to
and
change your
that's the thing,
strats
like,
out the whole time.
I'm actually gonna be jumping back in this week. To Caldera. I with the new update that dropped last week.
Let's go.
It looks awesome, so I will be dropping in later this week. Checking it out with the boys.
He's gonna
getting the boys back together.
dumpstered on.
I'm 100% sure I'm just gonna get shit on for 3 hours.
The
and then never play it again.
the solo mode we talked about, was that last week or 2 weeks ago? Is so much fun.
I've seen that.
I was playing it a little bit last night.
It looks a lot of fun.
It's fun.
I kind of hope they expand that and keep that going, and maybe like have duos, trios, quads with it.
I think it'd be really fun with duos
because it
something.
keeps the games really quick.
Yeah.
It's a quick moving game mode. As like the circle is always moving. You don't have like 2 minutes to loot up.
Well, you drop with your loadout, so you're ready to go.
Right.
You just need to find plates, and you're hitting it, getting after
exactly. So I like it. I like the idea of it. I hope they expand it to obviously bring in more different game modes with different sizes of squads. But I like it. I like what I see. And that's the kind of stuff that Warzone needs to keep doing to keep fresh, and to keep people playing the game. Because if they don't do that, people are just going to stop playing it.
Yeah.
Simple as.
I mean, they've noticed. I mean, the viewership on Twitch has fallen tremendously.
Yeah. I mean, it's like
compared to Verdansk. I don't know if it was just because Nick Merck stopped playing. A couple big streamers stopped playing, which is gonna have a huge.
Well,
impact.
you got to think about it. Look, Tim left Twitch to go to YouTube.
Yeah.
Nick stopped playing Warzone and played Apex. Cloaksy kind of jumps between Warzone and Apex.
Yeah.
TP plays Warzone in the mornings and Apex in the evenings. Like a lot of these streamers, Warzone's numbers aren't that high on Twitch because they play a little bit of COD and then change the game.
Yeah. They
or even don't even play COD at all anymore in the case of Nick Merckx.
I think so. Honestly, I think a lot of people don't. They stick with a streamer. Like, it's not like all of Nick's fans were like, "Nah, I'm just here to watch Call of Duty." It's not like they just moved to a different streamer. They're like, all right, I guess we're watching.
I mean,
Apex
you see it with those guys, like especially with someone like Nick.
Yeah.
Nick, even if he's playing Apex, keeps 60, 70,000 viewers.
Crazy.
And even like TP will have like 12 to 15,000 in the morning playing Call of Duty. He only maybe loses like 1,000, 2,000 when he goes and plays Apex.
Yeah.
Like, and those are the people that only really want to watch him play COD.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want to watch him play Apex. But it's just like they'll probably, like, as soon as TP gets off Call of Duty, they probably just won't. They'll probably just go watch YouTube videos.
Yeah.
Honestly,
I personally jump between people that play.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
COD.
I'm the same way.
But it's tough.
And not just COD. I jump between people doing all sorts. Like, whether it would be Valorant, whether it would be Call of Duty, not so much Apex. I've never really got into it.
Yeah.
Definitely not Fortnite because that game's shit.
I was playing Fortnite last night. Chat. It's getting crazy.
And then obviously obviously, like as if I see a member of the Vektor team live, I'll go check them out.
Sure.
So like last night, Paolo, who we obviously had the interview with today, he was playing Genshin Impact, which is a game I am not interested in, but I go and check it out because he's the one streaming. So it's those little things, it's I like jumping around streamers also. Like I'll jump in and watch like an hour of GTA roleplay, like just random stuff, Um,
Shout out to the
it's-
roleplay, the modding community, man.
the roleplay community is an interesting one. Yeah, it's a fun one to watch. Honestly, if I had the time, I would definitely get involved with it.
yeah, it's very time
But
consuming.
it's time consuming, and
I don't want to work
I have a full-time job. I can't do that.
I don't want to grind
I can't work.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I can't work after being at work. I
I'm
wanna
selling
chill, I wanna
cheeseburgers,
relax.
yo. Like, what are we doing? It's crazy. It's insane. All right, sir.
Civ life would not be for me.
We,
let's just say that, if I was a roleplay streamer.
We did some time here.
It was a good length Vektor cast.
Our longest
Hope
one.
you got a long car journey, if you know what I'm saying.
Where can they find you, Daddy Al? Let's get out of here.
You can find me on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube.
At this point, they know where to find us,
TikTok,
right?
At Alien96. I hope you know where to find us.
They know where to
honestly.
find us. You know.
And, I mean, they know where to find you. They're literally on your Twitch page if we're live.
Did I hit the live button?
You did. You did. We have been live this whole time.
Did I
We've been on an
record?
hour and a half.
Imagine I didn't hit record. Oof. Thanks. I did.
Higgs apparently said that he'd like to see me roleplay.
I think he's talking to me, not you.
I don't know.
Probably both of us.
Probably. Can you imagine both of us just turning up in GTA roleplay, like meeting up with each other?
I got it, dog. I got 5M. It's installed.
I think I had 5M. I think I still do actually.
I don't know how many times I've bought Grand Theft Auto. It's insane.
I think everyone's bought Grand Theft Auto like 2-3 times, honestly.
It's nuts. All right. Well, we won't see you next week. But the week after that,
we'll take a week off. And then we'll evaluate, see what's happening.
Yeah.
See if there's any big news to talk about. If there's not any big news to talk about,
maybe we run it back with a
might
guest.
Well
We'll see.
Maybe we'll get a couple of guests on. You know?
Yeah.
Have a Vectorcast where we have like 2-3 guests. Imagine that.
I mean, I think the first one went fantastic.
I'd
gladly have the nice boy on
Massive-
again. NBP.
Once again, massive shout out to NiceBoyPaolo. He's an awesome guy,
Yeah.
awesome streamer, awesome content creator. So feel free to go check him out. We will be back soon.
Oh yeah, don't miss us too much.
Yeah. It won't be next week, but possibly the week after. We'll probably get a couple of guests on, at least, and just maybe have a chat in between the break between Major 3 and Major 4. So anyway, have a great night. We'll see you all very soon.
See. We love all of you. I'll be back live after this.
I also will be live.
Let's go.
Twitch.tv/L96. Peace.